I think, like you guys, that like everybody that watched it was very um, disappointed watching, not incredibly surprised, to be honest with you. I mean, I think a lot of people, a lot of fans, a lot of people just watching Oklahoma thought that they were just going to be able to turn it on. I mean, it's one thing that I've come in here and say that this team has a problem, and they're playing with fire. They have been playing with fire pretty much all season, and they've just not played anyone with enough talent with that's good enough to expose them for what they are this year. And I think at this point they finally found a team in Baylor that's good, a good, really good football team that was able to do exactly that, was able to capitalize on a lot of things. So a lot of the same things that we've been seeing for a big majority of the year, unable to run the football again, another week, less negative, not negative, but less than 100 yards rushing. Oklahoma had a couple of games earlier this year where they were, up over 200 yards, but over the last couple of weeks, a couple of games, it's been back to really just very average running the ball, very average running our offensive line play. I think the one thing that you saw, and it was a little bit to be predicted, and don't, I'm not going to hammer on Caleb Williams at all. A true freshman going into that environment was going to be tough. Granted, we've talked about that in terms of his kind of his maturation level, where he's at. He's a kid that is a true freshman. He's still, we have to remember, as good as he's played, he still is a true freshman, and he's not. And he made a lot of true freshman mistakes. A couple of really just bad plays on the interceptions, wasn't entirely accurate, and things like that. And that'll come. I mean, that'll happen from a true freshman perspective. So you don't put much of the blame on him. Having said that, this Oklahoma team needed to be put into a position where they weren't asking him to win the football game, and that's exactly what happened. They asked him to win. They asked him to win the football game on the outside of Jaden Hazelwood and probably Mike Woods. The receivers got bullied the entire game. And then, like I said, wasn't able to run the football and really kind of got a garbage touchdown late that really was pretty meaningless in the game. Outside of that, after that initial, 7-0 lead, Baylor pretty much dominated the game. I know the 27-14 score isn't very indicative of a blowout, but it was pretty much well handled and dominated for the most part by Baylor. So